Good afternoon, guys. Today we're going to be talking about the shortcut to success because, believe it or not, I've discovered in my short life that there is one. There actually is a really easy shortcut to success. When I discovered this, it really changed my life for the better. But before we even get into it, we need to discuss what I mean by success. Now, here's where things get interesting because success for different people means totally different things. One person, it might mean simply leaving the house. One person, it might mean getting on a yacht and traveling to Monaco. Success means different things to different people. I don't care what success means to you, but let's just talk about this as a concept. No matter what it is, success or what you want is probably not in your reach right now. Because the unfortunate truth about human life is we take what we have for granted a lot of the time. Think about it, right? As unfair as it is to say, things like, let's say, food, most of us take for granted. We buy food, yeah, it's a bit expensive, but we eat it and we stay alive. Our health we take for granted, and so on. So what you achieve, or what you see to be successful is probably something that you can't have right now. And therefore a lot of work will be required to achieve it. This is where I learned the shortcut to success. Because when we think about the way that most people work towards success, it's actually quite sporadic. It's not very straightforward. Think about this realistically. You know those people who say they're going to join the gym? They join the gym for a month, and then they quit after a month, let's say. What's the lesson there? The lesson is they didn't have any consistency. So when January rolls round again, isn't it funny? The people who stayed in the gym from January to January look a lot better than the people who dropped out and joined again in January. It's almost funny, right? How does this tie into today's message? The shortcut to success is really simple. The shortcut to success is consistency. There's not that many people who are able, not even able, there's not that many people who are willing to put a consistent effort in. However, this is the only way to get genuine and worthwhile results out. I'll give you an example of this YouTube channel, right? If I uploaded once a year, it probably wouldn't be doing as well as it's doing. If I uploaded 5 times a day, it'd probably be doing a lot better than it's doing. This is a tangible and visible reality of this situation. If I went to the gym 3 times a week, the results will compound. If I work extra hard, the results will compound. And I could go on with a number of different factors and examples. But the truth is, the shortcut to success is consistency and constantly trying. So many people claim that they're putting an effort in, and they're actually not. They're doing the bare minimum or less, and it's no wonder that they're not making any progress forwards. It's a harsh thing to realise, and I think it's something that we all end up realising if we're honest with ourselves at some point. There's a project that we pretend that we're working very, very hard on, but in reality, we're probably not doing that much. And no one's going to like to admit that, but it is often the case. The way that you can shortcut success is thinking about it like this. God willing, I will be alive in 2, 3, 4, 5 years anyway. And this is funny because I'm getting to a point in my life now where I'm looking back at this saying, oh, if I'd have done this 5 years ago, stuck to it, I'd be in a very different position right now. We can look at it with regret. I've got no ambition of doing that, but we can. We'll say we do. We'll give an example and say we look at it with regret, right? We'll say Bitcoin. You could have bought Bitcoin at 16k. It's gone to over 100k now, for example. You can kick yourself and say, well, I should have just, look, the truth of it is consistency. If you'd have just bought Bitcoin at the low, stayed consistent and held it, you could have made X amount of money. If you'd have just gone to the gym every day for 3, 4, 5 years, you'd look very different right now. If you'd have just saved as much money as you could every day for a year, you'd be in a very different position right now. If you'd have just worked as hard as you could. The shortcut to success is realizing this. You can have what you want. Let's just make an arbitrary number, right? We'll say £10,000 or $10,000. You can have $10,000 by barely putting any effort in and doing it over 5, 10 years. Or you can really put the effort in and get that in 6 months, a year, maybe. Do you see how that's very different? The truth is, God willing, again, you will probably still be alive in 6 months. A year. Yes, it's going to be a year of perhaps pain, misery, but do you want to have the result? This is a shortcut to success, because most people spend 50, 60 years pretending that they're trying to get to what they want, but they're not putting the effort in. They know they're not. And what's the result? They don't achieve it. I don't say this to be harsh. I don't say it to be patronising, but everybody knows this at heart. If you wanted to lose weight, you'd be in the gym consistently. If you wanted to get more money, you'd be saving, you'd be investing, you'd be starting businesses, you'd be working harder. This is the truth about everything, especially for my young audience. My older audience say, well, this and that. But I make these videos for people around my age. That's the truth of it, guys. I don't say that to be rude, it is the truth. So, if you're my age, you guys know this. We all know this at heart. But that's a shortcut to success. Simple as, guys. Thank you for your time. Hope this was useful. I hope I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.